Let's go out on a limb and say your top 25 posts were all carousels. Well, then no shit, you need to do more carousels.
It's Coffee Social, the podcast all about social media and business. And now, here are your hosts, Jonathan Howard and Mimi Langley.
Hi, everyone. My gosh. Hi, Jonathan Howard.
Hello, Mimi Langley.
Is the worst hearing... what do I sound like?
Like a dying frog.
Don't make me laugh.
No, you're fine. You sound like a podcaster.
Really? So
Yes.
I don't even have like an expensive mic. Like, this is good. All you have to do is get sick, you guys.
And then you sound like the best podcaster in the world.
You can have top voice badge. There we go.
Yes.
That's how you get it.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I sound like raspy. Like, it's almost like the voice I've always wanted. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you mentioned somebody's voice.
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
She used to have a raspy voice, I feel, right?
A little bit.
Maybe not anymore.
I mean,
Maybe
who
not.
knows now? She's done a lot of stuff to her voice that probably can't recover from.
Her voice has definitely changed, just like Britney.
Yep. Well, cheers.
Oh, yeah. Cheers. Look, I forgot. Cheers.
My espresso's cold now.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
cold
just
espresso is...
pour it into my cold brew.
Oh, my gosh. Did you really just do that?
It's a little bitter. A little bitter.
Can you believe that we are almost into 2025? Like, it's like right around the corner.
For all intents and purposes,
No,
it's
it's
2025.
not. Oh, my gosh. Well, this episode is actually inspired by you, Jonathan, because you wrote...
Me?
I'm on your VIP newsletter, by the way. If you're not signed up for Jonathan's email list, you should get on there because you share, like, what is your email list about?
So my email list is really I would say a lot of the top tips that I don't give out necessarily to everybody. I might post the same article on LinkedIn and email it, a few weeks later or something like that. However, my email list always gets extra bonus tips. So I always make sure I have bonus tips in the email. It's different from the LinkedIn one. So I try to get people some extra value whenever possible.
Yeah, we'll put the link below for you to sign up for his email list. But anywho, this episode was inspired by that. I didn't even think we were going to have an episode like this, but it's perfect timing because the new year is upon us and it's never too late to reflect and revisit things. And you have a list for us, like, quote unquote, the best way to end 2024.
Right. And it was a very chill audit of your content. I think is what is that what I titled it? I don't remember.
I can't remember.
The blog post might be chill audit of your content.
At first I thought you were auditing my content. I'm like, please don't go over there. Don't you dare do that.
I've already done that.
Okay, well, why don't we go into the first one?
Absolutely. But should we first introduce ourselves?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Because my name is Jonathan Howard. I'm the owner of Success on Social, and I help successful female coaches reach their ideal clients on social media with their signature style. And I'll pass it over to you, Mimi.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even practiced my new intro yet because LinkedIn audio changed, everything's changing. But hi everyone, I'm Mimi Langley. I teach women in business how to utilize social audio, aka audio marketing, to help grow their businesses and gain visibility and all the great stuff that audio marketing can do for you. So,
especially when you have no voice.
Yeah, it's not fun. I love to talk. Like, it's not fair.
I know.
Can I ask you real quick before we dive into the list
Yes.
of the best way to end 2024? Like, or maybe this question could be for after. Like, why is it important when I look at your list? It's like, why is it important for us to reflect as business owners? I guess that would be the question.
Well, one, because we don't celebrate our wins enough. And when you do an audit, you can see your wins, and you should celebrate those wins. I believe it might have been the email or the blog post where I said, take yourself out to lunch and celebrate the wins that you got. Like, actually do those things because you deserve to celebrate. You did accomplish a lot in the past year. So that's one. Two, it allows you to see if you met your goals. You can't tell if you met your goals on social media unless you do the measurement. And three, it allows you to be better in the next year. And that's why you should always just do a quick audit, just to see.
I love that you use the word audit. I never hear anyone use that, so I really like that a lot. I can really audit. That makes sense. Okay, very good. I love that. All right, let's dive into the first one. The first one is revisit your goals. So
Yeah.
do you want to get into the details of what that means? And we're talking
Sure.
mostly social media content. Is that the angle you're coming from? Okay.
I'm coming from social media content, but your social media content should be reflective of your business goals. So if you met your social media goals, you should have at least come close to meeting your business goals. And that's important to know, because when you make your goals for the next year, you can take that into account and make sure that you're setting goals that are going to correspond with your overall business goals. Because if you don't do that, you're just relying on social media to do what? Like, it's just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping something brings you people. And that doesn't
Right.
work. So,
It does
revisit
not
your
work,
goals.
by the way. It doesn't work.
It does not. I promise you it doesn't.
Drink your cold espresso if you're watching the YouTube video.
In my cold brew. So really look at what the goals were and see what engaged well, what performed well, what you're looking at. There's a metric for every goal on social media. That's a whole other episode. But find the metric that is representative of what you want to accomplish. Like, if you want to grow your audience, you want more followers. If you want to get more people to get on your newsletter list, you need more link clicks. So find those things that measure what you want to accomplish and see how your post did based on that one metric. I say focus on one or two metrics, things that you want to accomplish with social media, and look how you did with those, and then see what you could do better next year. That's really when you're evaluating your goals and if you made a big mistake, there's a lot of things that can come into it, or if you just got lost during the year, and that's okay. We all have those years where we just get lost.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't know what we did. That would be in
I'm not
this
raising
year.
my hand to that. No, but I took a line from, I think it was your LinkedIn post. You put adjusting as part of the process. So what do you mean by adjusting as part of your process? Like, give yourself grace, like that you had to adjust, or what? Yeah.
Nobody, and I repeat, nobody knows exactly what's going to work for your profile. Period. I don't care what any strategist says, they don't know what's going to work for your profile. So you have to test things. And when you're testing things, you have to adjust. Because there's going to be things that you try and they don't work. And that's cool. Be happy with that. You learn something. It's a data point.
I'm all for testing, so I love that. Okay. Anything else on revisiting your goals?
Nah, let's go to a fun one.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I liked that you used the word Rockstar, and I love that you do this. Spot your Rockstar posts. And I know you just mentioned about stats and stuff like Instagram, they pretty much give you everything that you really, really need to see as a business owner for your post, right?
Right.
Like clicks and stuff.
And all of that. You can see all of that. You have to sort it and find the right metric for you, but it's all there in your insights. So you can find whatever you need. If you have a business or creator account, you can find all the numbers you need on those accounts.
Okay, can I ask you about...
Personal doesn't give you metrics.
Okay, so you have to have a business account on Instagram.
Yep.
Okay, that's good to note. I'm sure some people right now are heading over to their Instagram to change it over. And you said a while back that you can go from business back to personal if you ever wanted to.
You can. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. But you lose all the metrics and all that. So if you're a business, be a business.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, ManyChat. I know a lot of people use ManyChat for Instagram. I'm sure ManyChat gives you how many people, do they give you how many people commented the word?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And you can see that across your social.
Okay. Well, no, okay. That's a goal.
But yeah, Rockstar posts.
Okay. Real quick.
Okay.
If I wasn't using the stats, I mean, I should be using the analytics to recognize my Rockstar posts. Like you wouldn't recommend that I manually go through my posts and look at them.
Well, I mean, you can manually go through your posts and look at them, but you need to know the numbers on them. So there's a place for gut feeling. There's a place for feel-good content. There's a place for just putting out something because it matters to you. So there's a place for all of that. But all of that is emotional. And emotions don't really tell the full story. So if you want to see what is actually your top performing post, use your numbers. A lot of times I ask business owners, what is your top performing post? What is it? And they, one, either have no idea, or two, they say, oh, this is my best series. Everybody loves it. And you go in and look at the analytics. And this happens to me too. I'm like, I love this series. Everybody must love it. And it doesn't get the numbers that they think it gets. It's not one of their best performing. So really looking at the numbers is important.
Jonathan knows this. Like, I'm so scared of data. Like, I just won't look at data because I feel like data can also destroy your mindset. And I don't know. There's like, obviously there's a lot of pros. You have to look at data. That's just how business operates. But yeah.
And you can't let it destroy your mindset, because what it's doing is telling you what your audience wants to see. And if you want to help your audience, then just take it as, okay, this is what my audience wants to see, because there are going to be good posts. There are going to be posts that outperformed other posts. So when you find those Rockstar ones, and then you know you can do more of that because that's what your audience is looking for. That's where, different series for people come out of. That's where, the one that takes off and they create more of it. That's just paying attention to what their numbers are and what their audience wants.
I feel like if you haven't in 2024, I feel like a lot of people will in 2025 just by you saying that. It makes a lot of sense. No, really.
Thank you. I try.
You are. So, we're looking at the most likes, what got the most comments, the most shares. I also see here what themes or styles consistently clicked with your audience. All these are things that you can go to see. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can look at your analytics and see maybe the top 25 posts for you were all carousels. Let's go out on a limb and say your top 25 posts were all carousels. Well, then no shit, you need to do more carousels. Convert some of your reels that you've done and the information in those reels into a damn carousel. You can even use the reel in the carousel.
And that's just based on how my audience likes to receive content.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so, even if Instagram wrote a post saying, hey, we're seeing reels really take off, that might not necessarily be true for my audience.
Right. You want to do some reels to test it, because that's a trend that the platform is saying, so you want to see how it does. But you don't have to go all in on reels if that's the case. I mean, like it was 2 years ago. People went all in on reels. And some audiences weren't about reels. Some people may have lost real customers because they weren't creating any other content.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I want to ask, like, let's say you post a lot. Like, you post a lot on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Does Instagram give you, like, my top 25? Or do I literally...
You can just go and look at your analytics and sort it out, and it'll give you what your top posts were.
Okay. So it's pretty quick.
It's pretty quick.
Do you just go off of the last, like, your top 10? Like, what number do you focus on?
It depends. I usually visit it each month, and I look at what was the top for the month, and I look at it regularly. If you're doing a year end, I would look at it for the year, and I would just sort it by whatever's the top and see until it gets to a point where it doesn't seem like it matters as much when it comes to the numbers. See, maybe the top 25 posts for you were all carousels. Let's go out on a limb and say your top 25 posts were all carousels. Well, then no shit, you need to do more carousels. Convert some of your reels that you've done and the information in those reels into a damn carousel. You can even use the reel in the carousel.
And that's just based on how my audience likes to receive content.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so, even if Instagram wrote a post saying, hey, we're seeing reels really take off, that might not necessarily be true for my audience.
Right. You want to do some reels to test it, because that's a trend that the platform is saying, so you want to see how it does. But you don't have to go all in on reels if that's the case. I mean, like it was 2 years ago. People went all in on reels. And some audiences weren't about reels. Some people may have lost, real customers because they weren't creating any other content.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I want to ask, like, let's say you post a lot. Like, you post a lot on Instagram. Does Instagram give you like my top 25? Or do I literally
you can just go and look at your analytics and sort it out, and it'll give you what your top posts were.
Okay. So it's pretty quick.
It's pretty quick.
Have you done this yet? I'm putting you on the spot since we're almost done with the year.
For 20? Well, since when this airs, we're in 2025. Yes, I've done this.
No, this is not airing in 2025.
Since it's airing in 2025. No. It's pretty much complete. My audit is pretty much complete. Yes.
Okay.
I go a lot deeper than this basic audit. I'm a little less lightweight because I'm crazy, and I also want to revisit my content in a lot of different ways. So I'm reformatting for 2020.
So if somebody wanted to like book a session with you just to do an audit, do you do those? I
do content audits. They're signature style content audits. I forget my price point on it, and I don't want to quote the wrong price because I know the price is going up a little bit for 2025. But I don't want to quote the wrong price. But I do book it under my one-on-one sessions. I have an audit, and they get a 30-page report, pretty much, of what I find and what they can do, actionable items that they can actually do in order to get seen on social media and also implement their signature style.
Okay, so you guys hear that? Like, if you don't care to do this, like me, I would hire out probably if I had a lot of content to, go through. So there we go. We'll put the link. I'll remind Jonathan to give me that link. I'll put it in the description below for you guys. Okay, last thing on the list, best way to end the year, check your signature style, which this has been your... What do you call it? Your tagline, your phrase? I don't even know what you call it.
It's been my thing. It's my, if you know me, it's all about this signature style. It's been what I've talked about all year. And it's been what I believe you absolutely need in order to be successful on social media. And in 2025, it's going to be even more so. And the reason I say that is because in 2025, we're hitting peak saturation. People are seeing it right now. In 2025, TikTok is facing a ban as of January 19th.
Mm-hmm. And that's in the U.S.
In the U.S. Yeah. There's going to be a massive influx of people on Instagram. You're going to have to stand out. And if you don't have a way to stand out, something that makes you different, you're just going to blend in with the whole crowd and nobody's going to see your content. And your people won't see your content. It'll be like talking to a brick wall. And the one thing that gets you around that, honestly, is a signature style. Something that makes you different. Something that allows you to be seen through all the visual stimuli they're getting as they're swiping and staying on a post for 2 seconds. Like, that's what time you've got. So you need something that's going to say, oh my God, that's Mimi. I know this post is Mimi because Mimi always does this.
Right.
And that catches their attention. Yeah.
Well, I think we have an episode about things to look at. Yeah, it's coming up, you guys. So stick with Coffee Social. Make sure you're following the podcast, okay? But with signature style, things to look out for, we have like colors and fonts. What else would you throw in there to reflect on?
So colors and fonts are part of your branding, and your branding is one aspect of your signature style. Your personality is another aspect. The content that you're putting out there is another aspect. So making sure that your content, what I always tell people, make sure your content feels like you. Like if somebody sees my content, they know it's mine. Mm-hmm. That's what you want to create. You want to create that, the words you use, the fonts you use, the colors you use, your personality, how you approach different things, your catchphrases, your, visual element, all of that goes into your signature style, and it should catch people right away. And all your content should have a vibe. Yeah, and that vibe is you. So
yeah, it'd be weird if people are so used to me talking lifestyle and motherhood and stuff, and then all of a sudden I post something about space,
right?
Like NASA.
Where'd that come from? Right. Yeah.
I'm going to have to create a NASA account.
There's news hacking, but come on. And
I would really I would really have to align NASA with motherhood. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know how you do that. But, and in 2025, I think being more niche focused on Instagram is the only way you're going to get seen.
Wait, don't give it away, Jonathan. You got to hold on a second. They got to wait for the episode.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I know you get so excited about this stuff. This is Jonathan's world. Like, this is what he's all about.
Yep.
I love having conversations with you about social media and all that because, like, you just know your stuff. You keep up with it like I keep up with celebrities.
Yeah, and I don't get the celebrity thing, but I appreciate that you know those things.
Hey.
A minute. It has.
Do you have your Christmas tree up?
Yes, my Christmas tree is up.
How many Christmas trees do you have? Be honest.
I have one Christmas tree.
Why did I think you had 7?
No, when I grew up, we used to have like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have
only have one tree. Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to do a reel showing it, right?
I'm sure. I haven't done any this year. I know. It's weird.
I know. I'm like, where's the Christmas content, Jonathan? I know you love Christmas.
I love Christmas. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it, folks. That's what we have for you.
All right. Well, yeah, there we are. Good night. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. No, if you guys haven't already gone over to wherever you listen to podcasts and given us a rating, and that rating should be 5 stars. Mimi doesn't like it when she doesn't get 5 stars. We'll make it PC. But however many stars you want to give us, we want your feedback because we want to know what we're doing well, what we're not doing well, and what you'd like to see on the podcast. So make sure you head over to wherever you listen to podcasts and give us a rating. Write a review if you want to. If you love us, if you hate us, we might ignore you. No, we won't ignore you if we hate us.
I'm ignoring. I don't like hate.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Because I'll read it and I'll tell you what we got to fix. Because that's the deal with bad reviews. But anyway, head over, give us a review, let us know what you're thinking. And you can also find us anywhere on social media. Mimi is working on all sorts of sites and stuff. I'm not going to say OnlyFans today because it's the holiday season. We don't want to promote that type of
I don't think OnlyFans is ready for us, so.
No. Anyway, Mimi, over to you.
I have the most important question of them all for this episode.
What is that question,
And
Mimi?
we need you guys to answer it. So either put it in the YouTube comments or let us know on Instagram. So obviously this whole episode is about reflecting and seeing how your 2024. Oh my gosh,
I can see my reflection in my coffee.
2024. How many times do I say that? Don't look at yourself through your coffee cup.
I'm reflecting.
So into yourself.
I'm reflecting.
You're so much.
Go ahead.
Okay. The question is, are you team reflect and reset, or are you team full steam ahead? Which I know there's a lot of people out there that just don't even stop. Like, they're just like, whatever, let's keep going.
Reflect and reset. While
I feel like I'm reflect and reset
moving.
too.
You got to do it on the move, though.
I know. That's where we see. I feel like it's okay. I mean, you don't have to take like a week-long pause, but like take a day or two to like not do anything and just focus on resetting.
Reflect and reset. On the move.
And move.
Social media isn't going to slow down. Social media is not going to slow down for you. That's the thing.
You made me cough with that and move part.
Yeah. Social media is not slowing down for you. Don't miss the train. Full speed ahead.
Get on the train, you guys. We will be with you all of 2025, so stick with us. Thank you, Jonathan Howard.
We'll be in season 2 all of 2025. Cheers.
That's craziness. Thank you, everyone, for listening and watching. See everyone later. Bye, Jonathan Howard.
Bye, Mimi Langley.